Khamenei's nightmare. F-35 stealth jets take to the skies following Israel's ultimatum. The supreme leader vanishes. Khamenei cancels Air Force Day address. Is he fleeing Iran or retreating to a secret bunker? Stay tuned for the details coming up next on NIT International. Khamenei has disappeared. Following Israel's recent statement, "If the US does not strike, we will." Shocking developments are unfolding inside Iran. Iran's 85-year-old supreme leader Ali Khamenei's last-minute cancellation of his planned public speech on Air Force Day, and the fact that no one currently knows where he is, has triggered massive panic and chaos in Tehran, because Khamenei was the leader of the Iranian regime, the final decision-maker, and the source of all power. The army was subordinate to him, the IRGC was loyal to him, the judiciary acted on his orders, and even the president was selected with his approval. It has also emerged that Khamenei has been constantly changing locations in recent weeks. First, during the uprising phase, he was hiding in an underground shelter near Tabriz in eastern Iran. He then moved to a deep bunker beneath the palace complex in Tehran, and in recent days, it has been reported that he was removed from there as well. Before we go into the details, we have a request. Hostile comments from Iran sympathizers affect us very negatively. Your support, on the other hand, not only motivates us, but makes us stronger. Liking, commenting, and subscribing helps analyses like this reach more people. We thank you in advance and respectfully continue. With yesterday's expected speech being canceled, Khamenei's current whereabouts remain unknown. Regime sources say the cancellation was due to security concerns, but they provide no details. What kind of security concerns, no information about Khamenei's health, and no explanation of where he is. This is a massive silence and a panic-inducing uncertainty, because if a country's leader disappears, it means either a severe health crisis or that the regime is on the brink of collapse and preparing to flee.
February 6th, 2026, Israel just bombed Isfahan, not the periphery, not the proxies, not another message wrapped in deniability. They hit the heart of Iran's nuclear command, and they didn't ask permission first. Now Washington is frozen. And the question nobody wants to say out loud, what happens when the President of the United States has to choose between saving Israel and saving himself? The Iranians heard it as a threat. The Saudis heard it as a promise. But the Israelis? They heard it as a countdown. Here's what the media isn't telling you. 18 months ago, Israel was America's brake pad. When Washington wanted to strike, Jerusalem said, the best revolutions start from within. Translation: don't bomb. Sanctions. Patience. Wait for the regime to collapse on its own. That was then. Today, Israeli generals are sleeping in the ear ring of the Pentagon. Saudi Arabia is whispering to American officials, if you don't attack, you'll only encourage them. The Arab world just flipped the script. And nobody asked the American people if they're ready for what comes next. There's an old saying in disaster science: earthquakes
Carriers
don't kill
on a steady
people.
course.
Tsunamis
Affirmative.
do.
Wake looks
right
clean.
now, Washington
Keep
is
monitoring.
measuring the Richter scale. They're counting
تایید همه
warheads,
فیتا آنلاین هستن.
runways, minutes
وضعیت
to
هم آماده
impact.
است. هر روز
With
با
the
دولت
tsunami,
هستید. برای دستور آماده
it
باشید.
won't hit Tehran first. It'll hit Ocean Parkway, Brooklyn, Pico Robertson, Los Angeles, your neighbor's house. And by the time Americans realize, well, they're angry, it won't matter who started the war, only who lost it. I spent 72 hours inside the classified briefing, the diplomatic cables, and the casualty forecast that nobody wants you to read. Here's what the generals won't say on television, and why the next 72 hours will decide whether 2026 becomes a year of war or something far worse.
The United States Navy, projecting power, ensuring freedom.
Target acquired. Systems green. Forged for the future.
But for the past 3 weeks, none of that has happened. According to intelligence sources, Khamenei's first escape location was an underground shelter near the city of Tabriz in eastern Iran. Tabriz was 900 kilometers from Tehran, located in a desert region, had a population of only 35,000, no strategic importance, and therefore would not be among Israel's or the US's primary targets. The shelter was built in the night beneath the palace complex in Tehran. This bunker was far more modern and advanced, similar to Saddam Hussein's bunkers in Baghdad. It was 80 meters deep, Our leader is strong and healthy, but no one believed it. On social media, the hashtag #WhereIsKhamenei trended. People speculated, he fled, the regime collapsed, he is seriously ill. The regime did not deny these claims because denying them would require revealing where Khamenei was, and they did not want to do that. There were several theories about Khamenei's current location. She tried to send the message, "We are here too." But the images became a subject of mockery, both within Iranian public opinion and in international media, because on one side, there was a nuclear-powered 100,000-ton giant aircraft carrier with 5,500 personnel and 75 aircraft, and on the other side, there was a small. Having advanced aircraft like the F-22 participate is a matter of prestige. The Pentagon never cancels such prestige events. It would only do so in an extremely urgent situation. The Pentagon issued a statement saying the F-22s were redirected to urgent operational missions, but provided no details, did not say where they were going, and did not explain the nature of the mission. But on a global scale, the only region with the potential for active operations was the Middle East. The US was not fighting directly in Ukraine. There was no crisis in Taiwan yet, and there was no major operation in Africa. This meant the F-22s were Iran deliberately chose not to respond, which would be even worse, proving that Iran is afraid of the United States. Military circles describe this as a silent violation test. The United States was measuring Iran's defensive reflexes ahead of a potential operation. If Iran did not respond, this was a green light.
Carrier's on a steady course? Affirmative. Wake looks clean. Good. Keep monitoring.
تایید. همه فیتا آنلاین هستند. وضعیت هم درش است. هر روز شنی بالا رد است. برای دستور آماده باشید.
The United States Navy, projecting power, ensuring freedom.
Target acquired. Systems green. Forge for the future.
And would they'll land down here or over here? You have no idea yet.